All right, boys, here we go. Clearly in the way. I'm not scared. Well, hey guys, welcome back. Chuck House and Mopar. Doing brakes, we're doing fuel lines, and we're going to rebuild a prop valve, proportioning valves. I got front disc brakes on this. This came out of a 1986 Dodge pickup truck. I think it's a 72 and up Kelsey Hayes deal. I hope it's good. We're going to see. This is the same one that's in my CUDA. Okay. I got whoever the heck this thing came from. Mopar master cylinder. Anyway, I've got a rebuild kit for this. I had done the one on the CUDA. Got little tricks of the trade here we're going to try to do, and I'm going to continue to try to find the parts of this car that I took off over 2 years ago. Anyway, so I'm going to go blast this. I think we're going to do this first. I'm going to sandblast it, and then I've gone ahead and cut everything's there, but got silicone crap on the end, so nothing will get in there. We'll tear the sucker apart. Okay. Alrighty. Blasted. Cut my finger on the box. I was worried about the knife, and the box got me. So this is a 1979 Kelsey Hayes combination valve, and I've got a kit from Muscle Car Research to redo this thing, and they have a little online deal. So what we got here is, this is a proportioning valve. Okay, so this limits for disc brake cars pressure to the back wheels, less pressure, more to the front wheels, rear wheels, and then left and right. Okay, so this prop valve has got a K and a 2 on it. Okay, so what you got here is this is your switch. So there's a deal in here, kind of like a hourglass shaped thing. So if you lose pressure to the back, it goes that way, sets off your light, and that's how that works. Now I have all of this. I don't know, it would be nice to have a light, but the car didn't come with one, and so whatever. So we're going to tear it apart. I got this kit for rebuilding these things, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I did the CUDAs, and it worked all right, I guess. We'll see how, it's probably fine in there, I would think. We're about to find out. Yeah, so let's take this off. Now I did clean this thing. God, I need a Band-Aid, hold on. Okay, let's see how this works. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying before. Now when I did the satellite, I might have said, I just got I just put out one of them other kind of, oh my. Put a different deal on the back where you limit it with, turn you turn a knob to limit the pressure to the rear. All right, let's see what's in here. O-ring. Seen better days. Guess I can take these out. Okay, let's see. Here we go. That ain't gonna work. Guess we're taking the prop valve out first. Boink. Thought I had it out. Spraying, get a new one of them. And I don't know, will this come out? I think so. A little grungy in there. I'll wait on that. Does not look good. Metering valve. What's it look like inside? Yucky. Now let's get the pressure switch off. I think I got it broke loose. Okay, so I got to get that out. It doesn't come out that way. It comes out this way. I'm going to use this little tool here. I'm going to tap this little bitty seat to a 6/32, run this in and back it out. So let me get caught up to you guys. All right. Use that. Let's see if we can't pop this little monster out of here. 6/32 to call for, boys. Okay. Bring that in a little bit. Got my little extraction tool you can pick up at any hardware store. Oh man. See what's happened here. It's wanting to come out. Come out of your home. Might have to get just a little silly here. All right. Live and learn, boys. So there's your prop, see, I remember it said it was shaped like an hourglass. So yeah, there it is. We gotta get this out, and we can put this bug, get these seals replaced, and get her back together after I clean it with brake fluid. All right. All right, boys, I had to use couldn't get it to twist off. So this was brass. Well, it's actually copper, it looks like, with the brass on there. I guess it looks all right. We're gonna run it. Okay, we know that. This end here, I think it's supposed to come out. Now, I don't have that piece of rubber, I don't believe. I might have actually ordered some extra stuff I didn't need. So I don't really want to ruin that. It needs to come out though, I believe, to get her clean. There we go. What's the board look like? Yucky. Like rusty snot. Oh yeah. That's nice. We'll get her clean. Okay. All right, boys, I'm cleaning the bore out. This one, I got in there some crocus cloth. Got the bore cleaned pretty good. This little spring and this piece goes in the bottom of there. This little guy came out of here, and the end of the, this spring sits on there, it sits in there. All right, boys, got a new O-ring on here. This guy goes down here, and somehow I got to get this whole damn thing squished back in. I don't know. We'll do a balancing act. The old one stretched a little bit, so it'll go on. So a little bit of brake fluid on here. Just, yeah, what could go wrong here, huh? Well, that's how tight that spring is. You think it's still okay? All right, so here's hoping that was good. All right, let me clean these nasty little boogers up, and we'll go from there. Let's see about cleaning this up a little bit, getting the O-rings, new O-rings on here. It's going back together the way it came out. This has got to get pressed in. I don't have O-rings that size, and these are fine. Not like they move really ever. About a half-ass deal I got going here today. All right, getting there. We're gonna see about, this is not a how to do this, how to not to. All right, boys, thanks for going back together. Not too many leftover parts. Need to put a new ring on there for this and stab it in there, and she's supposed to work. Yeah. All righty. We'll call that good.
The next day.
Yeah, pitter patter. I'm gonna do this the right way. It's warming up. I got some sunlight. All right, boys. So yesterday I was working on this thing, and one, I didn't feel like doing it. Two, I kind of half-assed it. So anyway, she's coming back apart. I'll show you what we're gonna have. The oh, what the hell? The pop valves here. Pressure valve, whatever. Anyway, there's two pieces to this thing that sets this trigger off. And I'm going to go ahead and push it out. I'll show you. Stand by. All right. Yep. I was half-assing it, boys. That's what I was doing. I've already pulled this end out. Here's all of that. Now, there's two pieces. This sleeve slides into what I should have pushed out yesterday. I guess I forgot. I didn't research it enough. We're gonna get these bores cleaned out well. Let's see here. I thought this would have came right out. I should have known better. Oh, it's a damn good thing I'm doing this. There it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Really? Nasty. Okay, so when this thing's operating, it goes in like that. And it's got more, it's got 3 O-rings on this end. So yeah, and the bore, not the, oh, I know why I had that on there, still didn't want to pop out. Anyway, it could be cleaned better. So anyway, I'm gonna pull that off like I should have. And we're gonna clean this and put new O-rings on. As you see, I've got a bunch more. I don't know that my assortment, I got everything I need. All right, got her slid back together. Yeah, I've got her slid together. Anyway, that's better. That is way better. So now what I'll do, put her back together, and she's gonna get cleaned off well. And I'm gonna spray this with clear satin because that's just how I roll. I just didn't want this ugly POS rusting up my beautiful engine bay. All right, next thing I need to put some rear brake lines on and master cylinder. All right.
Flashback.
Boom. Yeah, flashback time. I have an issues. I couldn't find this stuff, guys. The strap for the fuel tank and everything. And I'm like, stupid, you know you'd put it somewhere in the tank filler. I knew I'm smart enough to do what you see right here is this. The problem is she's a little rusty, and that's an issue. All right, gonna fill her to there. So, boys, you've seen me do this before. I'm gonna do molasses and fill that sucker up and let it sit. The rest of this stuff, the J deal and the grounding strap, probably won't do anything with. This thing here is remarkably clean. It's galvanized. I think I'm just going to clean it and then probably clear coat it. So anyway, let me get some hot water in here and I don't know, maybe use half a gallon of this crap. I'm doing hot because it just dissolves faster. It is molasses, and it's been sitting outside for a minute. So, all right. So, remarkably liquidy. Smells like molasses, but you know what? Tastes like molasses. Here we go. Now, a smart guy would have put a piece of wire on there. I didn't. All right.
2 weeks later.
Does not smell good. And it doesn't smell like, you know, manure or something. But it is nasty enough that it is on your hands like manure for days. All right, so here we are. I'm using a little air to dry it off. All right. Now, you're going to ask, is it rusty inside? I don't know what you're gonna see. Let me see if I can do this for you. No, it's not. Okay, there is the final product. Yeah, baby. All factory and new. End of flashback.
End of flashback.
Done. All right, so I still didn't come to a complete decision on what I'm going to do here. As far as I got to mount this and that. So let me cipher on it again. I did look earlier, last night being earlier. Kind of came to some conclusions. Right now the lines, nothing super tight, you know, on the inside, stowed in its clips or that kind of deal. Anyway, I'll get to that. I'll let you know what I figure out here. Boys, there we go. Clearly in the way. I'm not scared. It's hooked up for now. I put that bigger fitting on the back. I didn't bring you guys along, but that's a damn sanitary looking deal there. I will say, I do say so myself. Almost like they would have done had they had a propped up from an 86 Dodge truck and a dumbass putting it together. Now, I have decided, as soon as I can find what I'm looking for, I'm going to bleed these brakes. Because if this stuff is leaking and there's an engine in here, Chucky gonna be sad. Chucky gonna be sad, okay? So what I still am missing, well, there's a couple things. I may do this by myself, but this is the boot that goes on the rod, the brake boost, or the rod, you know, that for the brakes. And there's no dang, it's not tapped. So I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off and tap, you know, put some holes in there, tap them so that this can go on. Okay. I think it goes on like this. I don't know why. Well, the satellite had one, you know, put a new booster on it, and this is on there. I guess in China they ran out of bits or something to drill and tap stuff or something. Anyway, so yeah, that's done. The rear line's in the way. There's plenty of room underneath to get stuff situated, pushed when the time comes to hook up the Z-bar, I think. Something revolting, I just realized the Z-bar, or the bracket for the Z-bar, there's supposed to be a stud right here, so that when you're reefing on the clutch pedal, it's pushing against this. You can see where this is. I don't know if it was broken off or what the hell. So I'm going to have to get a little piece eventually and weld it onto here so that, you know, it just supports it. That's hot rodding, I guess. So anyway, yeah, about wrapping this sucker up. But like I said, I'll bleed them because I want to know what the hell's going to leak. I promise you something will. Okay, guys. Goat scream, goat scream. I guess that's what I'll use on this one. Yeah, revolting developments. I'm not getting any pressure out the back, any fluid. I had to do this. It just wasn't sealing, guys. I don't know why I've used this. But this sealed it off. And I've got a bucket of water. Where's it at? There it is. And my Windex. And I've sprayed stuff down. But I'm going to do this by myself. That master cylinder is completely full of the tippy top when you use this thing. This thing works good. And I'm not getting any fluid. There's no fluid at the axle in the back. So that sucks. So I'm going to do this, work on this by myself. I'm going to break that. I am getting fluid out of the lines. The front's bled. I'm getting it out the front. So anyway, but my fittings aren't leaking. I guess that's something. I don't think so. Let's look. Nah, they're not leaking. Yeah, there's nothing on the ground that I'm aware of. No. Yeah, but I bled that. You know, I get fluid there. So anyway, I am likely going to have to pull that prop valve off. We'll see. I can call the guy, Muscle Car Research, that does this. I kind of half-assed the installation of the kits a little bit, but it's not hard, and I've done it before, so whatever. Man, we're going to see. I'll see if I can get some fluid going here. Okay. I'm done. Done, and done. There she is, boys, all bled. So, what do we got here? You see that part that goes down? That's the proportioning version. And the rear brake line goes into there. Well, on the tube that goes in there, there's a seal that goes up in the top part of it, and it had squished up, and there was a little bit of a ring on there. It just squished up, and so the fluid couldn't go from there down through and into there. Easy peasy, but I did take everything apart. There was blood and feathers everywhere. Looks like I need to try brake fluid on there. Get that. Everything's been douched hard. Okay. Everything's drying. Because I'm going to put it away and I don't want to, you know, any extra moisture. Washed it with soap and water. So, yeah, she's done. Thank goodness. I've been about 2 months on doing this. Just pedal, come back. Oh, geez. I forgot about, I got to still pop the bracket off and weld a pin on there for the 4-speed, but I'll get it done next. Anyway, guys, thanks. We're done. I'll be squirting everything down with Windex again, just making sure we're not lifting paint. It is automotive paint, but my little plate I use here just to support my magnet and whatnot. Yeah, she's lifting on there a little, but that's okay. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks for coming along. Hopefully I'll get this video out before long. See you in the next one. See ya.